Imagine a reality where your life isn't dictated by past mistakes, self-doubt, or the weight of your own limitations. Imagine waking up one day and realizing that you've transformed into a person who is aligned with your highest potential, your deepest desires, and your most positive attributes. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, what if I told you that in just 21 days, you can start that transformation and step into a version of yourself that feels like the person you've always known you could be? We often get caught in the belief that transformation requires years of effort, countless setbacks, and endless self-work. But this isn't true. Change can happen more quickly than we think, especially if we follow the right principles. Neville Goddard's teachings show us that with consistent effort and a few key techniques, we can experience significant inner transformation in just 3 weeks. Now, you might be wondering, how is this even possible? It sounds like a lot to ask, but the truth is, you already have all the power you need to make this happen. The key is not in changing your circumstances or waiting for the world to shift in your favor. The key lies in changing yourself, your identity, your mindset, and your self-belief. And it can happen quickly if you stay consistent. In the next few minutes, I'm going to break down the steps you need to take in order to make a new version of yourself manifest. In 21 days, you will begin to see that the person you were yesterday will fade away, replaced by a new, empowered version of you. But this requires one thing: consistency. Without consistency, you cannot achieve lasting transformation. This is your invitation to start the process of shedding your old self and creating the new you. This is your chance to unlock your true potential and to become the person you've always wanted to be. Ready to transform? Let's dive in. Before we talk about how to change, it's important to understand what the old self really means. Your old self is the person you believed yourself to be up until now. It's the mental image you hold about yourself based on your experiences, your self-talk, and the patterns you've followed in the past. The old self can feel like a set of limiting beliefs that keep you stuck in cycles that don't serve your highest good. It's the version of you that doesn't feel worthy of success, happiness, or abundance. It's the person who still carries the weight of past mistakes, regrets, and negative experiences. This version of you doesn't believe in your potential and is defined by your past actions, beliefs, and outcomes. We've all heard the saying, "You can't change who you are," but Neville Goddard teaches us that this statement is not only false, but it's also a limiting belief that keeps people locked in old patterns of thinking and being. The truth is, your old self is not set in stone. It's not something you're bound to for life. It's simply a reflection of who you believed yourself to be up until now. And just like any other aspect of your life, it can be changed. Change can happen when you decide to rewrite the script. When you look at the old self, understand that it's just an identity you've adopted through your past experiences. And now you have the opportunity to write a new identity, one that aligns with the version of you that you want to be. This identity shift doesn't require waiting for external validation or a specific moment in time. It only requires your choice to step into the new you. Let's take a closer look at how this transformation can happen and how in just 21 days, the old you can begin to fade away. One of the foundational principles in Neville Goddard's teachings is the concept of identity. Your identity is not just who you think you are, it's the set of beliefs you hold about yourself and the way you interact with the world based on those beliefs. Your identity is the lens through which you experience life. Think about it. When you perceive yourself as a person who struggles, it affects how you approach challenges, how you respond to setbacks, and how you see opportunities. But when you shift your identity, when you start to believe that you are capable, worthy, and deserving of success, everything changes. Your external world is merely a reflection of your internal world. This means that the moment you change the way you view yourself, your reality begins to shift. Your identity is the starting point for all the changes you want to see in your life. It is the blueprint that governs your thoughts, actions, and the way you perceive everything around you. Neville Goddard said, change your concept of yourself, and you will change your world. This is the essence of manifestation. In other words, you cannot manifest anything greater than your current identity will allow. If you see yourself as someone who is not worthy of abundance or success, your mind will block the opportunities and experiences that align with that. But if you decide to change your self-concept and see yourself as someone who is worthy of success, who is capable of achieving greatness, your outer world will begin to reflect that truth. It is not a matter of waiting for external events to prove to you that you are capable or worthy. It is about taking the first step internally and aligning your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs with the person you want to become. So, how do you make that shift? It begins with creating a new self-concept and consistently embodying it every day. This is where the 21-day process comes into play. The idea of transforming yourself in 21 days might sound too simple, but Neville Goddard's teachings suggest that this time frame is enough to rewire your thinking and change your self-concept. It's not about some grand, miraculous event. It's about a small but consistent commitment to change. Why 21 days? Well, research has shown that it typically takes 21 days to form a new habit or to break an old one. In this short span, you have enough time to instill new beliefs and reinforce them enough times that they begin to stick. You don't need a massive overhaul of your entire life in one go. What matters is that for 21 days, you commit to making small but consistent changes to your daily thoughts, habits, and practices that align with your desired identity. Over the next 21 days, you will begin to build a new self-concept. Each day is an opportunity to shed a layer of the old self and step into the new one. Consistency is key. It's not about how grand your actions are, but rather how consistently you show up and align with the person you want to become. The first powerful technique you can use to help change your identity in 21 days is set or state akin to sleep. This technique involves entering a relaxed state right before sleep, when your subconscious mind is most receptive to new ideas and beliefs. SATS works because it taps into the power of the subconscious mind, which is responsible for a large part of your habitual thoughts and behaviors. The subconscious mind is more suggestible during this time, and when you intentionally use this window to plant new beliefs, you begin to reprogram your mind to align with the new identity you wish to embody. The practice is simple. Find a quiet space and get into a comfortable position. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths to relax your body and mind. Visualize yourself living your ideal life, as though it's already happening. Imagine yourself in the place, the situation, or the experience you desire. Engage all of your senses. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel? Feel the emotions of the scene as if it's happening right now. Allow yourself to feel the emotions of success, peace, confidence, and joy. The key to SATS is to feel the emotion of your wish fulfilled. This emotional engagement makes the visualization process much more powerful. When you consistently practice SATS before sleep, you are planting the seeds of your new self-concept deep into your subconscious mind. As your subconscious mind begins to accept the new beliefs about yourself, you will start to see subtle shifts in your thoughts, behaviors, and reality. It's a powerful tool for transformation that can help you shed your old self and step into the new you in just 20. Another powerful technique to change your identity is through inner conversations. Inner conversations are the dialogues you have with yourself throughout the day. These conversations shape your perception of who you are and how you view the world. Think about your internal dialogue right now. Do you often tell yourself, I'm not good enough or I'll never be successful? If so, these negative thoughts are reinforcing your old self, the version of you that is stuck in limitation. Instead, begin to consciously shift your inner conversations to reflect the person you want to become. Imagine yourself having empowering, confident conversations in your mind. If you're working on improving your self-worth, you might say to yourself, I am deserving of success. I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to. A mental diet is simply the practice of monitoring and controlling the thoughts you allow to enter your mind. Just like you wouldn't eat junk food all day, should not allow negative, self-defeating thoughts to dominate your mental landscape. Your mental diet involves consciously choosing positive, empowering thoughts and eliminating those that are not aligned with your goals or desired identity. For the next 21 days, commit to being mindful of your thoughts and shifting them whenever you catch yourself thinking something negative or limiting. One of Neville Goddard's most transformative techniques is revision. This practice involves going back to past events and mentally rewriting them as you wish they had unfolded. By doing so, you shift your perception of those events and in turn, you change the emotional weight and limiting beliefs attached to them. If you've had negative experiences in your past, such as failures or regrets, take time to revise them. Imagine how you wish they had gone instead, and mentally relive those moments with a positive outcome. By consistently practicing revision, you take control of your past, rewrite it, and release the emotional hold it has on your current self-concept. Finally, one of Neville Goddard's signature techniques is feeling it real. This practice involves feeling the emotions associated with your desired reality as though it is already true. It's a technique that is grounded in the belief that emotions are the fuel that propels manifestation. When you begin to focus on your desired transformation, it's essential to fully immerse yourself in the process. This journey isn't about expecting instant results, but about trusting the gradual unfolding of change. Transformation begins from within, and it all starts with an intentional shift in mindset. As you continue on this path, you'll notice that the old version of yourself will begin to fade, replaced by a new version that is aligned with your aspirations and desires. This process begins with your thoughts. What you think on a daily basis shapes who you become. For the next 21 days, commit yourself to a mental exercise that Neville Goddard often referred to as mental dieting. Much like a physical diet, this practice involves carefully curating your thoughts to align with your desired identity. The more consistent you are, the more you'll see the gradual shift in your mindset. Start by identifying negative thought patterns that have held you back. These could be thoughts like "I am not worthy" or "I can't achieve this." As soon as these thoughts arise, practice redirecting them towards more positive and empowering thoughts. This is the key. It's not about trying to eliminate negative thoughts completely, but about shifting them when they occur. It's about choosing to believe that you are capable of achieving your goals. When you make a conscious effort to replace your negative thoughts with those that align with your goals, you begin to reprogram your subconscious mind. Your subconscious is like a garden that will grow whatever seeds you plant in it. If you continue planting seeds of doubt, insecurity, and fear, that's what will grow. However, when you plant seeds of confidence, self-worth, and success, you will begin to see those attributes manifest in your life. The first step is to recognize that the mind is the starting point of all transformation. By simply deciding to focus on thoughts that empower you, you'll start to see that the old, limiting beliefs no longer hold the same power over you. Over time, this mental discipline will help you to internalize your new identity. Another crucial practice is that of revision. In Neville Goddard's teachings, revision is a technique that allows you to rewrite your past. It's not about denying what happened, but rather reinterpreting those past events in a way that empowers you. For example, if you've experienced failure or disappointment in the past, you can use revision to imagine how things would have gone if they had played out differently. If you had succeeded, if you had been confident, if you had taken that opportunity. By doing this, you free yourself from the emotional weight that past experiences might still be holding over you. When you revise a past event, you are mentally rewriting your perception of it, and in doing so, you are rewriting the beliefs and emotions attached to it. This allows you to break free from old patterns of thought that may have kept you stuck in a limiting identity. It's not just about imagining a different outcome, though. It's about feeling that outcome as if it were real. This is the essence of Neville's technique, aligning your emotions with the desired result. When you feel the emotions of success, even when that success is still on the horizon, you create a powerful shift in your energy. This energy becomes magnetic, pulling the external circumstances of your life into alignment with your inner reality. As you go through the next 21 days, allow yourself to practice revision each day. Look back at moments in your life that you wish had gone differently and rewrite those moments with the ending you desire. This simple but profound practice will allow you to release any emotional baggage that has been holding you back. As you do this, your new self concept will gradually take root, and the old self that once felt limited by the past will begin to fade. The next technique to practice is feeling it real. This is one of Neville Goddard's most powerful tools, and it requires you to immerse yourself in the emotions associated with your desires, as though they are already true. Instead of merely wishing or hoping for change, you are stepping into the emotional state of already having what you want. When you can feel the emotions of success, wealth, health, or whatever it is you desire, you send a powerful message to your subconscious mind. When you feel that success in the present moment, you create a vibrational match to the reality you want to manifest. It's important to remember that your emotions are the fuel behind this process. They are the bridge that connects the inner world of your thoughts and beliefs to the outer world of your circumstances. You cannot manifest a new reality without first feeling the emotions of that reality as though it already exists. To begin this practice, set aside time each day to sit quietly. Close your eyes and imagine your desired outcome as vividly as possible. Engage all your senses in the experience. What does it feel like to have what you desire? What emotions arise when you imagine this future version of yourself? This practice will help you to step into the energy of your ideal life and align your subconscious mind with your goals. By practicing feeling it real regularly, you are retraining your subconscious to believe that the future you desire is already happening. As your emotional energy shifts, so will the outer circumstances in your life. And with each day of practice, the old version of you, the one who doubts, who plays small, and who lives in fear, will begin to fade. But none of this would be possible without consistency. One of the most powerful aspects of Neville Goddard's teachings is the idea that consistency is the key to transformation. You cannot expect to change your entire life overnight, and the key to achieving long-lasting results is showing up every day, committed to your practices. Each day, you have the opportunity to take small steps toward your new self-concept. Consistency doesn't mean perfection. It means showing up day in and day out and putting in the effort, even on days when you feel discouraged or when the old self tries to creep back in. Simply continue practicing the techniques Neville Goddard taught. Keep practicing mental dieting, revision, feeling it real, and the other tools that will help you align with your new identity. Over time, you'll notice the change. The new you will begin to feel more natural, more authentic, and more aligned with the life you've always wanted to live. As you continue this practice over the next 21 days, it's inevitable that doubt and fear will arise. This is a natural part of the process. The old self will try to hold on, to keep you from stepping into the new identity that's waiting for you. But when you encounter doubt or fear, don't let it stop you. Instead, acknowledge it and use the techniques you've learned to shift your energy. Replace the negative thoughts with positive ones. Feel the emotions of your desired reality and remember that you are in the process of becoming something new. There will be days when you might feel stuck or question whether it's really working. But this is where trust and patience come in. Transformation takes time. And while you may not see immediate dramatic results, that doesn't mean change isn't happening. Every small shift, every new positive thought, every moment you align with your desired reality is building momentum. Trust that the process is working and have patience with yourself. One powerful way to keep track of your progress is by keeping a journal. Writing down your thoughts, feelings, and reflections can help you gain clarity on the shifts that are taking place. At the start of your 21-day transformation, write down where you are right now. What are your beliefs about yourself? What old thought patterns are holding you back? Then, as you continue, check in each week to see how far you've come. Celebrate your victories, no matter how small they seem. Tracking your progress not only keeps you accountable, but it also allows you to recognize the subtle shifts that are taking place in your life. Even if you don't see immediate physical changes, you may notice shifts in your mindset, in how you react to challenges, or in how you feel about yourself. These internal changes are just as important as external ones, because they represent the transformation of your identity. Finally, remember that the process of change requires patience. You will not see the full effects of your efforts immediately, but trust that they are unfolding. Stay consistent, stay disciplined, and know that in time, the old version of yourself will fade, and the new empowered you will emerge. Your old self will fade away in 21 days if you stay consistent. Believe in yourself and trust the process. In just a few weeks, you will look back and see that you have transformed from the inside out. The new you, aligned with your desires and your true potential, is waiting for you on the other side. As you reach the final days of this transformative 21-day journey, it's essential to take a moment to truly reflect on the progress you've made. This process was never about instant gratification, but about deep, sustained inner work. Each day you've made a conscious choice to embrace the power of Neville Goddard's teachings, to challenge your old thought patterns, to shift your mindset, and to align your emotions with your desired future. Whether or not you've seen dramatic external changes yet, the most important transformation has already taken place. It's happening within you. Over the past few weeks, you've been working diligently on rewiring your subconscious mind. This process has not only been about changing the way you think, but also about altering how you perceive yourself and your capabilities. The thoughts that once held you back, the self-doubt that cloud your potential, have begun to lose their grip. Instead, you've been cultivating a new empowered self-concept, one that believes in the possibilities, one that recognizes its worth, and one that knows it can succeed. This mental and emotional shift is far more powerful than any immediate material manifestation. But now that you've built this new foundation within yourself, you're likely beginning to notice subtle changes around you. Maybe you've started to feel more confident, more aligned with your goals, or even more at peace. These are the signs that the transformation is working. And the old version of yourself, the one filled with limitations and outdated beliefs, is fading away. What you've done during these 21 days is no small feat. It requires commitment, discipline, and a belief in the power of your own mind. And while 21 days is just the beginning, it's enough time to create a significant shift. The habits you've developed, the new mindset you've embraced, and the emotional alignment you've practiced will continue to influence your life in powerful ways. The key is to keep going, to continue practicing these tools every day, and to stay consistent in your efforts. The path to transformation is ongoing, and the beauty of Neville Goddard's teachings is that they're not just one-time techniques. They are lifelong tools that, when practiced consistently, allow you to continue evolving and manifesting new levels of success, abundance, and fulfillment. The more you work with your thoughts, the more you become aware of the limitless potential you carry within you. The possibilities are endless. And as you continue with this journey, you will begin to see just how much power you truly have over your reality. As you move forward from this 21-day experience, remember that the work doesn't stop here. The consistency you've built is a habit that will continue to serve you. Your mind is now more attuned to your desires, and your emotions are more aligned with the outcomes you want to create. With each new thought, you strengthen the vision of your ideal self and solidify the transformation that is taking place. One of the most beautiful aspects of this journey is that as your mindset and emotional alignment shift, so too do the circumstances around you. You may start to see things aligning in ways you never expected. people showing up in your life who support your vision, and opportunities opening up that bring you closer to your goals. The world around you begins to mirror your internal state. And remember, these external changes are a reflection of the inner work you've done. It's a sign that your transformation is manifesting, and it's unfolding in perfect timing. The old version of you, the person who doubted, who was stuck, who felt limited, is now in the process of fading away. It's no longer the dominant force in your life. The new version of you is rising, stronger and more aligned with your goals than ever before. But remember, this transformation isn't a one-time event. It's a continuous process of growth, self-discovery, and inner mastery. You now have the tools to continue shifting your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions towards the life you want to create. During the final days of this 21-day journey, be gentle with yourself. Understand that transformation is not about perfection. It's about progress. If you've faced challenges, if doubt has crept in, don't view those moments as setbacks, but as opportunities for growth. Every time you catch yourself reverting to old patterns, you have the power to shift. Every time you choose to align with your desired reality, you strengthen the new identity you've been building. And remember, consistency is key. The power lies not in the dramatic shifts you may want to see, but in the quiet, consistent actions you take day by day. When you commit to this path, when you choose to show up for your transformation every day, you are creating the life you've always dreamed of. Now, as you continue beyond the 21 days, don't forget to keep track of your journey. Look back at where you started and celebrate how far you've come. You've already made incredible strides. As you track your progress, notice the subtle shifts within yourself, how your beliefs have changed, how your thoughts are more aligned with your goals, and how your emotions are more connected to your ideal future. These shifts are the true measure of success, and they will continue to grow and expand as you keep practicing the principles you've learned. The world around you is constantly shifting, and as your inner world changes, the external world will reflect those changes. You have the power to create the life you desire. The key is to stay committed, to remain consistent, and to trust in the process. The next chapter of your life is unfolding right now, and it is filled with limitless possibilities. Let go of the old version of yourself, the one that held you back. Embrace the new version, the empowered, confident, and capable version that knows no limits. And as you do, watch how your world begins to align with your new reality. The journey doesn't end here, it's just beginning. And with each new step you take, you will get closer to the version of yourself you've always known you could be. So trust the process. Stay consistent. Believe in your power. The next 21 days are just the beginning, and they hold the key to unlocking a future that you never thought possible. Let go of doubt. Step into your new self. The transformation is real, and it's happening for you right now.